Bonjour everyone, I hope you are all good, and today we are gonna take a look at something that is truly special. We already talked about that tank at least 5 or 6 times on this channel, but I think that it's really important for me to remind you why this tank in particular is so specific. So let's not lose too much time and jump directly into it. This morning, Wargaming released a new offer for the Shinukai, a tier 5 Japanese medium tank. And judging by the price, you're thinking there is a problem. 10,000 gold for a tier 5, knowing that we have another tier 5, if I'm not mistaken, in the shop right now at 2.5k gold. So what does it justify for Wargaming to put it at 4 times the price of the Angry Connor? The answer is simple. This tank is bugged in the best possible way. Basically, out of all the tier 5 tanks and even many tier 8 tanks, this one has a better credit coefficient, which means that for 1k damage or 1.5k damage, you will do as much credits as you would do with a tier 8 if you do 3000 damage, which means that this tank is the perfect tank for newbies and average players to start getting a lot of money without having to get into the trouble of grinding at tier 8, tier 9 against tier 8 and tier 9 if you really want to make money the other way. In other words, if you are a newbie and you want to make fast money, this is the tank for you. Of course, it requires from you to know what you're doing, because when you take a look at the statistics, and we're going to take a look at the statistics directly in my garage rather than the shop offer, simply because by doing so you will see it at its full potential as have a 100% crew, etc, etc. And it went through several buffs. The main problem I have with this tank is the gun dispersion that is sitting at 0.35, which is kind of a struggle, even if you have the possibility of lowering it down by using the refined gun. And if you do right now, it becomes a better one. But for the rest, the DPM is not necessarily the best. As you can see, 7 seconds of reload. The average penetration is actually it's kind of good, because if I'm not mistaken, they buffed it. The average damage is 160, but most importantly, the gun turn limit and especially the gun depression is only 6 degrees. 6 degrees, knowing that it's Japanese tank that are known to have a good gun depression, it's kind of pissing me off, but hey, that's how it is. At least Wargaming made a huge improvement on the top speed of the tank, because right now it's much easier for you to get to those 45 kilometers per hour maximum and 16 kilometers per hour backward. But in definitive, when you take a look at this tank, do not expect to bounce anything, which is why it makes it complicated to play correctly. You are gonna get punished for every single mistake you make. But beside that, and once you start learning where to place your tank, what kind of positions you need to be on with this tank in order to be victorious, you will start to like it in no time. By the way, guys, this is the legendary camo. It's called Shinobi, and it's kind of weird because it was made for an honorific event or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It's ugly, but hey, we don't care. What we care about is the credit coefficient of that thing, which I'm gonna demonstrate right now. I just want to show you that for a shitty game, which is not even 800 damage and not even 600 assisted damage, I did with this tank 56,000 credits, knowing that here I was having a premium account, but that's it. There were no credit booster, anything like that, and it's already quite huge. Can you imagine just doing 800 damage and getting nearly 60,000 credits in like maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes, because tier 5 and tier 6 game are quite fast, knowing that people don't have a clue what they're doing. Concerning the playstyle of the tank, you're gonna realize soon enough that thanks to the fact that you're gonna get punished for every single mistake you make, you must play cautiously. And how do you do this? By being first line, because yes, you can be first line with this tank, but make sure not to be the target of your opponents, because if you are, you will not stand for a very long time. So let's take an example, a quick example of what I mean by that. Here, right now, I'm going in straight. I'm not necessarily trying to face directly the big heavies on the other side, but I'm trying to sneak maybe 1, 2, or 3 shots on whatever I can see. And so, doing so, and not being the one everyone wants to focus, we should be safe. So there we go, sneaking in another one. Unfortunately, with a lagger right now, we have to turn around. He doesn't have the gun depression, and I don't have either. Oh my gosh, this one is gonna hurt. Yeah. This one was gonna hurt. The 6 degrees of gun depression, man, is truly the most upsetting thing about this tank. And now I gotta get away because, well, with the people not following me and knowing that I'm not necessarily the best tank ever for these kind of things, we have to adapt. Okay, come on. For the moment, maybe I can sneak at least maybe one on that guy. Yes, I can. And maybe I'm even gonna be able to kill it before it retreats. Let's go. Let's try it. Bang. Oh, the fire. The fire or not the fire? Yeah. I'm not gonna stay here any longer. Otherwise, I'm gonna get completely destroyed. But I can probably figure out how to kill the DW2 and the M4 Sherman before having to deal with the rest. Not staying too long here. Focusing the right fellas. And escaping as fast as possible right now. But you see through the replay, it's not truly an interesting tank to play. It's not necessarily the kind of tank with which you are gonna have a lot of fun. You are only playing it to make money. But if you want good money, well, this is definitely the tank for you. Now, we killed only one guy at the moment. I thought we already had 2 kills, but it's not the case. We are going to focus on that Pantoufleee as he's the one getting all the juicy damage. And yeah, we're already at 1.5k damage, which is a truly nice game with this tank. And you're going to see how and why pretty soon if I can finish him off. I couldn't finish him off. Seriously, 149 damage. But at least I did around damage, which is a good thing. 1.750. Oh, no, my bad. 1.773. Victory, only a second class, high caliber. And here, just take a look at how large amount of credits we just made. Nearly 100,000 on this one. We were quite close, in fact, from that. And, well, this is all you need to know about this thing. It's expensive because it will recover that expensiveness by granting you shit ton of credits. So, in definitive, with this tank, if we summarize the replay, what you saw briefly, you can try to play aggressively, but as soon as you see that you're truly on the spotlight and that people want to shoot at you, you retreat to your allies and you wait for your allies to be the main target of your opponents, while remaining the one that shoots from time to time the enemies by being sneaky. If you do this, you will get a lot of credits and you will be able to achieve tier 10 in no time if you are really running low on credits. But obviously, it requires from you to have a lot of luck, or try your luck with the $5 bundle, because here you have 20% chances of unlocking the Shinukai, but there is only one Shinukai container, so well, you gotta be lucky. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.